Hello everyone, this is Dr. Shilpi Khandilwal, Professor Jagannath University, Jaipur, and today I would be taking a session on research. The learning outcomes of this session would be to develop basic understanding of research among students, understand underlying motivations for doing research, comprehend the objectives of research, identify the types of research. So in a very layman language, if we say what is research, research means search for knowledge. If we define it, research is defined as the creation of new knowledge or the use of existing knowledge in a new and creative way so as to generate new concepts, new methodologies and understandings. This could include synthesis and analysis of previous research to the extent that it leads to new and creative outcomes. So basically, research means searching for something in a very sequential, scientific, logical and creative manner. What are the motivations in doing research? Why people undertake research? So there are many motivations behind doing research. One, to get a research degree. Many people undertake research because they have to do, it is a part of their course curriculum, so they have to undertake a research project. Second, many people do research because they want to accept the challenge of solving unsolved problems. They accept this challenge that there is an unsolved problem and they want to resolve that problem to the by finding out the solution. Some people find intellectual joy in doing creative work or doing something new or researching about something every time. So basically they find it satisfying to undertake research activities. Many people do research because they want to serve to the society and solve many problems which exist in the society. Other people, some may have motivation to do the research because they want to gain respectability, they want to be recognized among people. Some people undertake research because it is as directed by the government. Sometimes the government has many organizations which undertake research activities on continuous basis. There is Central Statistical Organization, there is Economic Survey of India, government RBI conducts research on the financial units every quarter, and if you see, many ministries are undertaking research on a regular basis. Many times employment condition also force people to undertake research activities, like if the people involved in research and development department or the people involved in sales and marketing, they have to continuously undertake research activities for the organizations. Other may have the motivation of doing research because they are very curious about new things, finding something new, and they have to resolve their curiosity. They actually undertake research activities like Newton. Understanding causal relationship, because if you see, there are many things which are associated by some other thing. For example, there are two variables, independent and dependent variables, and if you manipulate the independent variable, there is a reflection on the dependent variable. So to find it out how the independent variable is affecting the dependent variable, and to understand their relationship, many people undertake research because they want to understand this relationship. And many people undertake research because they want to create social thinking, social awakening. They want to create an awareness about some topic in the society. As far as objectives of research is concerned, there are four main objectives of research, and accordingly there are four main types of research too. So basically, let us take one by one. The first main objective of research, why people undertake research, is to gain familiarity with a phenomena or to achieve new insights into it. Basic objective of the research is basically here is to find out more and more about something, or to gain more and more insights about something. For example, if we say space exploration missions, they are all exploratory research, because here the objective is not to add or subtract anything or not to manipulate any variable here. Here the objective, whosoever the scientists involved in the space research, their basic objective is to gain more and more insights about the universe. So basically here basic objective is to gain more insights, more knowledge. And these kind of research are termed as exploratory research. The second objective of research is to portray accurately the characteristics of a particular individual, situation or a group. See, basically here the main objective is to describe something. Now describe something on the basis of fact, evidence or whatever the information you have collected. So here basically the purpose is to description, or the purpose is to describe, and on the basis of the whatever the facts, whatever the information or whatever the evidences you have, and on the basis of that you find something new in that particular situation, or something new about some people, or something new about an individual. This is basically descriptive research. So this is the second objective of research. The third objective of research is to determine the frequency and with which it is that frequency is associated. So basic objective is how many times something is happening. Frequency means the number of times it is happening. So how many times or the number of times it is happening, and with that happening what is the actual reason behind that happening, means how many number of times it will happen, how it is associated with something else. That is the basic objective. So here they are basically, these kind of research are called as diagnostic research. Our basic purpose is to find out the number of times it is happening, and the number of happening is related to what. The next objective of research is to test a hypothesis of a causal relationship between variables. Basic objective here is to test the cause and effect relationship. Here there are two kind of variables. One is independent variable, which is manipulated, and other variable, dependent variable, which is getting affected by the manipulation in independent variable. So you manipulate the independent variable and you want to observe what effects or what changes you are seeing in the dependent variable. Like if it is well known that sunlight affects the growth of the plant. Now you vary the level of sunlight a plant is receiving, and you see what is the growth of the, how it is affecting the growth of the plant. Now this is what is called as cause and effect relationship. How a variable is affecting another variable. The variable which is being manipulated is called as independent variable. The variable which is getting affected by the manipulation in the independent variable is called as dependent variable. And we want to understand the cause and effect relationship between these two variables. This is the fourth objective, and these kind of researches are basically called as experimental research, causal research, hypothesis testing research. So all three words are being used for these kind of research. So I just summarized, there are four main objectives of research. First objective of the research was to gain more familiarity, to gain more insights about anything. That is the first main objective. Second objective of research is to describe something on the basis of facts, evidence or the information you have collected. Third objective of the research is to gain more and more familiarity about anything, and basically what is the number of frequency it is happening, and this frequency is associated with what. This is what is called as third objective. And the fourth objective of research is to test the cause and effect relationship, basically to test the relationship between the two variables, independent and dependent. Research methods versus research methodology. So basically we say research methods means all the available methods available for research. Methodology means, when we say methodology means applying logic in using those methods, and which method is most appropriate in what kind of research. That is basically research methodology. Types of research. Now there are different types of research on the basis of what we are actually trying to achieve from them. So basically there are a number of research. Let us take one by one. First is basic research. Basic research are also called as fundamental research, pure research. Basically here the main objective of research is to gain knowledge. No further objectives are there, only one objective is there, to make more and more knowledge about something. So when you are doing research with this objective, these kind of research are called as basic research or fundamental research or pure research. Here we are not actually looking for the immediate solution to any kind of problem or any kind of situation. We are just looking for seeking knowledge about something in which we want to conduct a research. Here this example, how did the universe begin? what are protons. You just wanted to know what are protons. You just wanted to gain more and more knowledge about protons. You just wanted to know how this universe begins, right? This is what is called as basic research. Applied research, as the word suggests, it means कि basically you are seeking the solutions towards some real life or practical problems. So when you are conducting the research with the objective or with the purpose that you want to seek solutions in a scientific and systematic manner to real life problem or practical problems or day-to-day problems, then it is called as applied research. For example, you want to improve the agricultural production and or the productivity of crops, and that's why you are conducting research on various level of fertilizers or various levels of pesticides, so that you find it out what would be the most appropriate optimum level fertilizer and the pesticides that can increase the productivity to the maximum level. Or you are looking for specific treatment for particular cause, like world over the researches are going on for the cancer patients, or world over the researches are going on for COVID also. So this is basically the treatment or cure specific disease. It can be also how can you make yourself more energy efficient by applying renewable energy solutions. So these kind of research where there is an immediate applicability of those research, these are called as applied research. Third is correlational research. Correlational, as the word is suggesting, the relationship between the two or more variables. If you are looking for the relationship between two or more variables, here the cause and effect is not necessarily tested. Here just we are looking whether between the variables the relationship exists or not. This is called as correlational research. Just like, is there any relationship between obesity and diabetes? Means you just wanted to know whether obesity has a role to play in diabetes or not. Second, whether there is a relationship between smoking and cancer. So basically, if you are looking for the relationship between the two variables, then it is called as correlational research. Then descriptive research, as I have told you earlier also, descriptive research, the main objective is to describe something on the basis of the facts and evidence or the information you have collected. It may be of a person, it may be of a group of persons, or it may be of any situation. Basically, these are statistical research, or we can say survey based research, where the focus is on the data or the information you have collected. Then ethnographic research. These kind of research involves investigation of a culture through in-depth study of members of the culture. Basically, you want to understand particular members of a society and their culture in detail. Then these kind of research is called as ethnographic research. It involves systematic collection, description, analysis of data for the development of theories of cultural behavior. The anthropological studies that studies people, ethnic group, ethnic formations, and social welfare characteristics. It is done on the basis of observations, interviews, questionnaire, and data collection. Next is experimental research. As I have told you earlier also, experimental research means you want to check the relationship between two variables where one is the cause and another is the effect. So basically there are two kind of variables involved. One is independent variable and the dependent variable, and by manipulating the independent variables you are checking the effect on the dependent variable. So this is basically called as experimental research. Exploratory research means you want to explore about some particular topic, or gain more understanding, gain more deeper knowledge about some particular thing. That is called as exploratory research. These are normally informal and loosely structured researches basically, and like just for an example, you want to look how online marketing is affecting, or how online marketing is available at different websites, how you can market your product online. So this is basically exploratory research. Now ground theory research. Ground theory research is studies about the problems existing in a given social environment and how people involved handles them. It operates almost in a reverse fashion from traditional research and involves 4 stages. One is codes, second concepts, third categories, and fourth theory. So there are 4 stages to ground theory research. The focus is on generating a theory that explains the phenomena being studied without being influenced by preconceived notions or existing theories. So basically ground theory research is a 4-step procedure in which first you do the coding, then you analyze the concepts, categorize them, and then prepare or make a theory out of the 3 steps. This is what is called as ground theory research. For example, creating a situation and looking at how people react to it. Next is historical research. As the word suggests, if you are researching about something with some person, situation or event which happens in the past and which is not present today, it is in the past, and you want to know how it has happened, what was the reasons, what are the causes, and what would be the situation at that time, how many people are involved in that time, what are the things getting affected by that event at that time, then basically this is what is called as historical research. Then phenomenological research, it aims to describe an experience that has actually lived by a person. Right? For example, let us understand this by a very good example. A person suffering from cancer, quality of life of the patient at that point of time. You want to research that how cancer changes the quality of life of a person. Now this is phenomenological research, where you actually want to conduct a research on the person or the patient who is suffering from cancer, and you take the input from him directly, that how he is seeing a difference in change or difference in his life, or how his quality of life changes, or how his perception towards life is changing. So this is another kind of research. Another is quantitative, and one more research is there, that is qualitative research. So quantitative research, as the word suggests, the research, if the research is based on number or empirical evidences, it is quantitative research, where you will use the data will come in the form of numbers, and you will analyze all the statistical tools to on those numbers to get the inference out of that data. Qualitative research, many a times it is not possible to quantify each and everything. Then in that case you will conduct a qualitative research, where for example, if you are studying the beliefs, values, attitudes, motivation, learning, perception, if you are actually doing research on these kind of topic, then it would be very difficult to quantify the data which has been given by the respondents. So here you will conduct a qualitative research, where data is coming in the, here the data is called as soft data. The data is will come in the statements, and by analyzing those statements you will come to your findings. So what would be a good research? What is the criteria of good research? So a good research should be systematic, a good research should be logical, a good research should be empirical, and good research should be replicable. Systematic means a good research should be following some sequence of steps. Logical means there should be answer to each and everything, whatever the methods, whatever the sampling procedures, whatever the population, whatever the statistical tool, whatever the methods of data collection, whatever you have done in your research, you should have a logical answer to all those things. It should be empirical as far as possible. It should be verifiable by other people, or the most easiest way to verify something, when something is coming in very concrete numerical data, then it is very easy to verify the data further. Then replicable, the research should be replicable, and replicable means you can replicate that research if in the similar situations, and it should produce the same or similar results. This is the criteria of good research. So this is all about how we are looking at research. So this is the first unit of your course curriculum, which is the introduction to research, and I have explained in today's session. I just summarize it what I have explained in today's session. First, I have explained what is research. Secondly, I have explained what are the motivations behind conducting research. Thirdly, I have explained you all the objectives of research. Then I have explained you all the types of research, and lastly I have explained you what can be called as good research. So I hope I have you have now understanding of what is research all about and what are the types and the objectives of research. And we will see you soon in the next session on another topic in research. Thank you.